As I stood before this trial court in this makeshift court setting in the gymnasium of this church camp, and there was this speech that was written by my counsels, and we all worked on this together, and I had it right there in form of a manuscript, and I was supposed to give this speech in the witness stand on day 2, after I had already been found guilty of violating the book of discipline. I just couldn't imagine myself giving this speech that was so diplomatic, that was so evasive. The reason for that was I thought back of what my son Tim had gone through and how much he was hardened by the doctrine of the church. And not only that, but as I was preparing for trial and as the news broke about the trial, there were so many, hundreds of our lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, and queer folks within the church who reached out to me, who shared their story of how they had been hurt and harmed by the doctrine of the church. And the words I shared with my trial court, with the jury, was, if I am going to be a minister tomorrow, I want you to know I will continue to minister equally to people of all races, genders, socioeconomic status, and sexual orientation. And my message is going to be that we as a church have to stop harming beloved children of God like my son and so many others. We have to reach out to them with the love of Christ and accept them for who God has created them to be. And I took out a rainbow stone, which I had been given just the previous day by the wife of my attorney. She said to me, Frank, I want you to have this. And I put it on me and said, this is a sign, a symbol that I'm wearing for you today, that says that I will never, ever be silent again. And that is all I have to say. And when I was dismissed from the stand, where I had really given a Joshua speech, where I had said, as for me and my house, we will serve the God of love. We will serve the God of grace. We will serve the God of forgiveness. I felt a peace that I had not felt in many, many years. All fear was gone. At that moment, I didn't care whether they were going to defrock me or pick up stones and stone me to death. I did not care. The peace of God filled my heart at that moment. And I knew that I had done the right thing. Because I may have not been able to be there for my son Tim when he went through this depression, through this pain, all by himself in this dark place. I wasn't able to be there for him then, but I surely was able to be there for him in front of this trial court, in front of my United Methodist Church, to tell them we have to stop harming beloved people